Go live in 3.
Make sure you play the music.
Yeah, it's playing. Hey, Grease. We had to figure out that somebody microphone was messed up. They got a no-feel phone. Oh my goodness, man.
That's cold, man. Let me go on and put it out here. So they ragging me because I was the cause of all of the echo, and I guess that's why I didn't hear it.
This is not the 4th time we try to go live tonight, so
this
apologize for the delay.
The 11th time that we have gone live tonight.
We have fixed technical issues.
And so my handle is for these 3 gentlemen right here. That's my handle.
You forgot how many people in here.
For them 3. And my handle for today, my name for today is mute because my computer is on mute. I digress.
His handle is mute forgiving umbrella. That's what the FU stands for.
That's what the FU stands for.
So it's not what you guys think it is, but look, we back. We finally are going to talk about some wrestling, y'all, and no echoes, and I won't hear myself twice. And it's so fun. I'm sorry, we're gonna talk about this while we talk about it, because it be your own people. He's sitting there the whole time. It ain't me. I don't hear no echo.
Sound like a Negro slave, though. I don't hear no echo out there.
I don't hear no echo answer. But it was him the entire time. So now we finally got him, and we may lose him, y'all, because he at like 19% on the phone battery that he's on.
It's not.
He's at 9%.
And then it's 9:46.
He got the low battery thing pop up with his stuff yellow.
Oh my goodness! So if we lose mute FU guys, just know that he all right. It's just, he just gave up on us for the day. You know what I'm saying? His horse has broken legs right now, so he had to go get him another one. So it'd be the 3 horsemen after a while, but 4 in spirit. Anyway, Ricky Fontaine, you guys see the name down here. You got my boy Joe, got my boy Q. We back. We having a ball, man. Loving it, man, with the horsemen guys. So okay. So just to recap, and we're gonna go right into our next one. DIY is going. Your phone and your weak battery is not finna push this show.
No more recap.
DIY and A-Town Down Under headed for the king and queen of the ring. Jade Cargill stays hot but get DQ'd against Nia Jax. That keeps both of those competitors strong. We think that we see Queen Nia in the picture down the line, but we will see. Everybody except Joe. Joe seems to think that somebody else is going to win queen of the ring. Who is it, Joe?
I mean, I take Valkyria or whatever.
They do like her for whatever reason, but yeah, I don't
make me bring my cereal back up, Joe.
Hey man, you're the biggest hater I have seen in a long time.
I hope it's Bianca.
No,
Bianca doesn't need it.
She doesn't need it.
Nia doesn't need it either. She's gonna eat it.
Yes, she does.
She's just gonna eat it.
Queen Bianca is gonna cause too early of a rift with her and Jade. We're gonna get there, but it's gonna be later on.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So
hater.
Now we get to our third. We finally got to the third one.
She Brown. She wants a Burger King.
Lord. Bro, get off.
Hey, if she could come squash you, man, that would make my whole year.
Yep, that'll be in my whole year.
Yep, gonna see right on your face. Anyway, so we finally move on. We finally move on to Mr. Is it Tommy Tonka Chimichanga. What is this dude name again?
That man called that man Chimichanga.
Tamatanga. He moves on. He had a match with LA Knight, and everybody kind of saw it coming. I mean, we saw it coming. LA Knight takes the L with the assistance from The Weeknd and Bloodline. The reason why I say that is that check this nigga, check him out, y'all. Check him out, man. This Solo
in the weekdays.
Solo out here, boy. He
in these streets.
But look, I like the it's giving. And I would say that it's giving Solo a little personality, a little attitude. I actually liked it because he was stiff as a board in the previous Bloodline. So.
Did somebody say The Weeknd and the weekdays?
Yeah.
He look like The Weeknd, but he's the weekdays.
And the man wearing shoes. Give it up.
Yeah. He's civilized now.
Yeah, he get him some Stacy's with that though, man.
Adams?
Yeah, bro, give him some Stacey Adams with it.
Bro, what is wrong with Weeknd nose, bro?
Bro, that was the album that he did from what was that? The one where got Save Your Tears and all the other stuff on it.
You didn't know he had the Michael Jackson nose surgery?
I did not.
That's why he talked like. That's why he sing like that.
No, I don't think that.
I don't think.
I don't think that's it. But so Bloodline helps Chimichanga win his King of the Ring match against LA Knight. And so that's going to move on to the winner of Randy Orton and Carmelo Hayes, which was a pretty decent match with Mr. RKO himself.
I like the
coming out on top. What y'all think about that match?
I thought it was actually a good match. And I a lot of these are the kind of results where it's like I don't care which way they go. You know what I'm saying? Because if Tonga had a won, cool. You know what I'm saying? We might get a Tonga Jey Uso. But if Randy wins, hey, cool. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, that's what I was thinking at the time. So it's like, I feel like it's going to, I think it's just whoever's being set up for Gunther to beat at this point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to get, I would assume we'll get Randy and Gunther, which should be a pretty good match. So because I think they are targeting Gunther to win King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring is still up in the air, but yeah, I believe it's gonna be Gunther.
Sound like y'all already decided.
It's not in the air.
But why not just go?
Well, I just being, I know who we want to win.
I don't care if Joe. I know. I don't care how long you know Joe. You ain't got to be wishy-washy.
Now, on the flip side, I will say this again: you can have a king and a ring, a king and a queen. Because they're both on separate shows. If things go like we plan, King will be on Raw, the King of the Ring will be on Raw, the Queen of the Ring will be on SmackDown. When it comes to that whole King gimmick or Queen gimmick, I can see Nia really use that as a gimmick to move on. Gunther can just say, I'm the King of the Ring. He ain't got to wear no crown. He ain't got to wear no cape, none of this stuff. And he can still be as strong as he is now. And Nia is going to be the one with the crown and the scepter and the
blanket
and the robe and everything, walking around, making people bow down. So that's kind of how I see things.
The crown, the scepter, and the blanket. You mean?
Yeah.
I mean the robe. I'm sorry.
This dude right here.
But to your point, say the crowns look good though. Like they got some real diamonds in them.
Yeah,
they do.
Might as well your belts and stuff. All the stuff that you use for your belts, you might as well go ahead and invest in your crown or whatever. But
I was interested in something. I noticed Xavier Woods was the one talking about the King of the Ring and defending his crown. But was he even in the tournament?
Yeah, he was. He got hurt. He took his spot. Yeah,
he got hurt. Yeah, he got hurt. But I'm like, how you defend? Well, I guess if you are in the Olympics and you win the gold and you come back and defend, you are defending gold medalists, right? You are trying to get your gold medal back, maybe, right? So I guess that's what they were trying to do. I don't know.
Yeah. But you know, Zelina Vega is injured too, so she didn't get the chance to quote unquote defend her crown either because she was queen.
Take an L anyway.
We all know that.
I mean both
David Woods too is gonna take an L. So
I mean, but both of them, like if we can just go back and we can think about this. I thought that was going to be a stepstone for at least Xavier Woods because Kofi had his run.
Yeah.
Big E had his, and it was it was Xavier's turn to go, and maybe I don't care if he got a U.S. title or the Intercontinental Championship, but I thought they were going to do something that was going to springboard him into something else, and nothing happened.
I think that was the plan, and maybe just things happen afterwards. Because again, I will say this. Whether they were doing it to make sure that all the New Day kind of had their props, I follow Xavier Woods because he's also a gamer and he has this up, down, down channel. He's been screaming about King of the Ring like his whole career. That was like that. He was screaming that even before winning the WWE Championship. That was his goal, was to be King of the Ring. So I feel like they threw him a bone last year by giving him that, but they didn't have any other plan afterwards. Now, if you remember, he did have a match with Roman. And he actually won that match by count out. So now, he didn't pin Roman, and Roman can still say nobody pinned him until Cody. But Xavier Woods does have a win over him. It's a count out win. He got
until Jay.
Yeah, until Jay pinned. Well, and see, even with Jay pinning him, that was a tag team match. At least with Roman and Woods, it was a one-on-one match.
So if they do the same thing with the King of the Ring and the Queen of the Ring this year that they did last year, then I think Nia is fine to win it.
Yeah, I think this one will be more because I don't believe Triple H was fully in charge last year like he is now. So I know why you said that, Joe. You just you just hate.
Yeah, I know you're riding on old girl weight, but besides that, and yeah, she was a little dangerous prior to her new run, but she's been doing very well this run. Even I was shocked. So
yeah, ain't nobody injured yet, so she is doing good.
That is true. And follow up, sir.
Y'all act like Sasha Banks ain't that dangerous too. Like
Mercedes, Sasha ain't did that in a while though.
And let me say my spiel real quick before my battery run out because I don't have a lot left. It was just one little thing I wanted to hit.
Go ahead.
Willie's home girl,
Willow Nightingale. Yes.
Hey man, let me tell you, that match. I'm looking forward. Look at this man right here. I'm looking forward to seeing this match because the way they hyped it up, they had a press conference and basically Willow put the girl through
the table. I saw that.
A table, yeah.
So that's gonna be big.
And that's the most exciting thing Mercedes has done since she's been over there. They need to do something with it because she ain't had a match.
Everybody's getting kind of tired of it. I think everybody's getting tired.
Yeah. She finna win that championship though.
I hope not.
Yeah, she finna win it.
I hope not.
At least let it be a DQ because you're not finna let like Willow just got the strap. So
it's gonna have to be because think about it. She's not gonna lose her first match. She don't. Yeah, you might be right. She might not need it, but this match she cannot lose her first match on AEW. She ain't going for this
unless she get disqualified.
A DQ could work.
Turn straight here.
But do you want to do that for your pay-per-view though?
Why?
Especially when
I'd rather see that than see her win. Because honestly, in my opinion, Sasha Banks has always been a boring champion, and that's just my opinion.
Man, what is that about?
Well, I'm sure she has to run, but I will always remember with her and Charlotte passing the championship back and forth. So like every week, Sasha will win it, and then the next week Charlotte will win it from her. So it's like, I don't have a significant Sasha Banks / Mercedes Moné title reign in my memory, like a long title reign.
Well, she had about 15 of them times.
Well, yeah, she did. So they all been
New Japan and won a championship. Man, she didn't do her thing, bro. Don't be hating on her.
Okay,
Just 'cause she
I'm
look-
sorry. I gotta cut this. I gotta cut this because I just saw some stuff that really bothered me. That I want to share with you guys. What the hell is this?
Oh, Sexy Red. She gonna be on NXT. I think is that tonight? Today's
Yeah.
Tuesday. Yeah. I might have to check. I might have to
To
come.
do what's she doing?
Or was that next Tuesday? Yeah.
Next Tuesday.
What's she doing though?
So here's the thing. Now again, because I follow all these folks on social media and Twitter. So she has been commenting for the past couple weeks on NXT. Like she complimented, like she said something to Trick Williams on Twitter and said something else to a couple more people. I think Lash Legend, a couple people. So she's been pubbing up NXT for a few weeks now. Plus, there was a video out where she was singing Shawn Michaels' song. You know, I'm just a sexy boy. So either she's a fan, and so if she wants to get, if she wants to be involved,
a sexy young man,
something with NXT. Now,
Pause.
I'm not gonna. We're not gonna do. Oh gosh, man! I'm just...
Bro, she looks like the walking, talking version of an STD.
Don't do it. Oh man, come on,
bro. I mean, you said it. I didn't.
I'm just saying. I mean, when you look and then did y'all see that tape that came out of her? I didn't either. But if I had, I probably would have been disgusted.
Yeah. I saw still shots and clippets, but no, I did not see the video.
Right. I'm on that note. I'm going to charge you.
Bro, how you ain't got no charger by your phone, bro?
Hey man, I got the new charger.
No, we gonna keep talking about this for a minute. Like
and it's got the, the new, that part.
We gonna.
Well, why can't you plug it up?
Because I'm not bad. Man.
Side note: Boston just won.
Bruh.
What?
Yeah. Way to blow it.
Yeah,
Hold up. It was just a 3-point lead.
It's trash.
No, it went to overtime. Did you see it when he hit the shot? Yeah.
Wow.
Trash. Can't count on them to do nothing.
What's cute about this? Like what? No, let's talk about it. Like what's cute? What's cute?
Hey,
to me,
and because she's from Memphis, we can talk about it, y'all. So
she ain't from Memphis.
Anybody in the comments trying to say something? Hey, we can talk about our own.
She's not. She's not from
from
Memphis. I think she's from like St. Louis or something. That ain't ours. We don't claim that.
Oh, okay, I thought she was my bad.
That ain't our fault.
She's not from Memphis.
No. I think she may be from the gutters of.
So Joe, is there a specific STD that goes with her face?
Remember, we're alive, folks. We're alive, folks.
Say herpes.
Okay. Let me take it down because I guess I'm starting this.
Or maybe Ghana, H.I. Ghana herpes.
Oh my God. I'm taking this.
Ghana herpes.
All right. So no, we're not gonna do that. But so the reason why we got here, people, as Q hides because he think that's going to really get him off this podcast. But hell no, you are on here, sir.
Right.
Sexy Red or Good Spirit Red is going to be on NXT next Tuesday. I have no reason why. Q has told us the reason why, and I don't know where that's going to go with that. So that's the reason why this whole segment just went into talking about Sexy Red. So I don't even feel right calling her Sexy Red.
Is that the one that she the one had the song with Shawn Michaels on it? Sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was digging.
She's obviously a fan, so we'll see if they use her. See, that's the thing. I don't know the fact that you showed that, because before all I was saying was her back in comments like, I can't wait till I get to NXT next week. I figured she's gonna be in the audience, but with they posting that, she might actually have like a segment.
No, I think she might have because usually they don't really. If people are in the audience or whatever, we never know. She's actually going to possibly get in the ring.
She's 26 years old. She's from St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay, she was saying.
And her name is Janae Niria Wary.
Oh, but you about to say the other N word.
Man, she looked like her name Janae too, though.
Yeah. So when she came out, and her
She
name
lesbian?
was Red. She ugly. I don't know if she.
Oh, you said she came out. Oh, okay.
But this guy,
Oh, my bad. No, when she
Nice.
came out, I was like, you had Sexy Red and then Glorilla. I was
That's why I
like,
was
it
confused.
feels like their name should be flip flop.
Oh,
Like,
Glow,
Amen.
Glow could be Sexy Red, and then
Amen.
right.
Sexy Red would be Gorilla.
Go, Gorilla.
That, but
Go.
it's funny you say that, but that's why I
Yeah,
was confused the two about being from Memphis because we know Glorilla's from Memphis. So yeah, I was confused.
Like,
Thinking
yeah,
it was
Go instead of Glow.
Glow.
Oh man, this moment has been brought to you by.
Yeah, where's our sponsors this week, Rick?
the Memphis Zoo.
I haven't even got to my guy yet with his shirt yet, but this segment is brought to you by the Memphis Zoo. Memphis and St. Louis Zoo in collaboration.
First Soul Circus.
I would do the little monkey sound, but for obvious reasons, I can't.
Speaking of the zoo, did y'all? I
Ricky
actually read this
can,
today. I think I don't know where they're getting the money from, but supposedly they investing like $4 million into revamping the zoo.
Oh
Something
wow.
like that. Yeah, or
I
they're trying to get fundraising going on or something.
I saw an article about that as well. Yeah.
Bro, I can't tell you the last time I've been to the zoo.
Trust me, I had my oldest is 10, and we may have went when she was like maybe 5 or 6. That's probably the last time I've been.
And I heard that Memphis has one of the best zoos in the country.
Yeah. They put us right there up there with
Those are the people from Memphis that saying that we have.
well, I mean,
No, I mean if you go to the Sexy Red exhibit, you'd be like, wow, this is really nice.
this right here. Ooh-wee.
Oh, you seen her in her habitat, Joe?
Crocky, if you look down the aisle, you'll see one of our strangest creations. Sexy Red.
So yeah, strange.
Oh man, I'm trying to get back. Okay.
My bad.
In fact, where's the syllabus?
Really?
Where we at? On the,
So Randy Orton defeats Carmelo Hayes. Nice RKO off the ropes.
yeah, I like that.
That everybody talked about that. He, had to fix his wedding ring after it or whatever. But I want to talk about the next thing is that before that, a couple occasions in the back, we saw one LA Knight and Carmelo Hayes get into it. So I'm just like, could there be a next program coming up for those two? Or is this just Melo introducing himself?
But this week, you had LA Knight and then Bronson Reed. Not Bronson Reed.
Chimichanga.
What's the boy name?
You talking about Braun Breaker, are you? That's
Braun
what he's
Breaker.
on Raw. Oh no, he is on.
Oh.
No, he on SmackDown now.
Yeah, he is on SmackDown.
No.
No. He's on Raw. We're gonna talk about
Wait a
that
minute.
later.
So that one. Oh, that was Ricochet. My bad. I did
Yeah,
watch.
no, we gonna
Yeah,
that's
well,
on the Raw. That's
Yeah.
on the Raw segment. Unfold your paper and flip it over. We're at the SmackDown part of it.
Gotcha. I see it now.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Feud Brewing. Gotcha. Yeah, I see it.
Now take all of the Sexy Red mentions that you typed on there that we had to do for the last 10 minutes and delete that because we're not talking about that no more. All right. The hell we ain't. I'm going back to that one more time before the end of the night. So no, LA Knight hit us with a Jay-Z reference too at the end of that interview with
I missed it. What did he say?
he said go play somewhere, I'm busy.
He did. He did.
I was like, you think okay, LA?
But I would say this though. I like because clearly Carmelo is a heel on SmackDown, but I like him, talking shit to folks, and that's kind of how he gets his feud started. Because again, now Bobby Lashley must really be hurt because the first Bobby Lashley was the first person he kind of talked noise to. I don't know if y'all saw that because it was through social media. Because Bobby said something to him on SmackDown, and then this was after the draft. So Carmelo went on Twitter and said, "Oh, I thought a second round pick said something." Because Bobby was the second round pick, Carmelo was the first.
Oh man. No, hey, give him go in there and get as much smoke as you can, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm here for it. And then you go out there and you show, you know what I'm saying, you show up and you show out. You know what I'm saying? He can get better on the mic, and he can also get better in the ring. Now, if anything, if I got a nitpick on old boy, is his finishing move is terrible. I think that he needs to find something else. The
off the top rope.
The off the top rope leg drop is I give that a D+. That's I mean, no,
he's trying to do something high fly, athletic move. Like he's not the big guy that's gonna pick you up and suplex him and slam him for a finisher. So you gotta do something.
Get with your boy Ricochet. I'm sure Ricochet didn't forget as many moves off the top rope that anybody else can even talk about.
I mean, so Ricochet got like a 450 splash.
Right.
So I mean, it's like the same moves that. Think about Jake Roberts DDT. Whenever somebody, now his was more protected back then, I will say that. Yeah. But because a lot of folks wasn't doing everybody's moves. Now you got 5 sets of spears, 5 DD, like whatchamacallit, Mox. He had that
dirty deeds or whatever.
Dirty deeds where he like double under. It was a double under like DDT or whatever. Yeah,
exactly. So I mean, everybody. I don't know. It's at this point, and then you got Tiffany Stratton doing a backflip.
The best one in the business.
But I don't think his issue. I don't think his
the best
issue,
one in Fight Me.
It's
the
best
one in the business
out there.
The best one in the business.
It's a 3 turnbuckle moonsault.
It's the way she does it because she bounces from the second rope to the top rope.
That's all. Athleticism and how
think about it.
It's better than EOS. It's better than EOS. Now, now maybe, if we're gonna put genders on this or whatever, she has the best female moonsault.
Okay.
Now the girl from NXT, her move is dope. Her name is Solo
Rocco.
Yeah, Solo Rocco. Her move is dope.
Yeah, and I don't know if y'all know this, but she black too. She looked white as hell on the screen, but her daddy black.
I thought that man fell asleep.
Really? I was getting dizzy because I was like, "What is that on his screen right there?" It was like a little spiral, and if it was spinning around, it'd be hypnotizing us right now.
It would be.
Anyway, but yeah. So moving on. Speaking of Tiffy time, Tiffany had a match against Bianca Belair. With Belair.
Was this a qualifying match?
This a qualifying match, and Belair got the win. And I want to know. I wonder if the plans were pulled for her to possibly get over in this match, to beat Bianca, or maybe by disqualification because of the alleged backstage heat that she got.
Apparently, so I don't know when this all happened. I saw the little video, so it looks like the video was at some kind of like dark match or a live house show or whatever. So it was, from what you can see in the video, is Jade and Bianca versus Tiffany Stratton and someone else. You never see who Tiffany's partner is. Bianca is going to try to tag Jade. All of a sudden, you see Tiffany come, forearm Jade, knocks her off the apron. Where the controversy is because it's very faint, but it sounds like Tiffany says "black bitch" right before she hits Jade. So now everybody want to call Tiffany a racist and all that kind of stuff, and so that's what got the Twitter waters boiling a little bit. Okay. So I don't know. So if this happened before SmackDown, then maybe they decide to change the finish because of that, but we don't know. That's all alleged at this point.
Sig, was that some Crown or some apple juice, bro? Because you took that to the head. I'm scared for you if that was some Crown.
You still muted though.
It is some wine called XXL, and I was trying it out.
It's a double extra large. What you
okay, all right, because I was like, man,
it was pineapple flavored, so it was very tasty. Very tasty.
Pause.
Oh my goodness.
Wait,
Okay,
tell
yeah, I was just checking on you over there because I was like, if that was some hen and you threw that back, man, it must have been a long ass day.
Nah, man, I was mad. Yeah, it was a long day. Nah, man, my little old puppet, man, I'm peed all on my doggone rug, man. I had to go and lay some paws on it.
Okay. Don't say that early. You know, we don't want Peter to be all on this podcast, man, coming after you, bro. So
I did. I had to go in there and put it up.
okay. So Tiffany, she takes the L there, but hopefully that's not, you know, any of this other stuff that's going on about, you know, what was said at a house show and stuff like that won't derail her from doing her thing. She's very talented in the ring and stuff like this. So I hope to see some more from her. Last thing about SmackDown, finally, WWE slick moonwalk from this title versus title match. I was talking about it last week. I was saying that Cody would just possibly go ahead and win both belts, or it would be a disqualification some kind of way. But now it looks like Cody's title is the only thing on the line. So anybody got any know about? So what the hell happened?
I blame Cody on this one again, only because of what I've seen and heard. So we all saw when Nick, the GM, Nick Aldis, said Logan was Cody's next opponent. Cody then goes on Twitter talking about he finna be 2-belt Cody, and the U.S. title is the only title that he hasn't won yet, make him a Grand Slam champion. No one has said anything about the U.S. title being online until Cody mentioned it on Twitter or whatever. So I think WWE had to backtrack it, and they did a pretty good job doing that because of what Cody said. Because I think everybody just assumed when Logan Paul came out that Cody's belt was the only one on the line. But then when Cody went on, social media, and it was, oh, okay, is both titles online? It confused everybody. So that's why they had the whole segment where Logan brought his lawyer out and was like, no, that's not what we agreed on. My belt is not on the line. It's just yours. So I like the way they walked it back, though.
Yeah, I guess that's the way. Because even when they were announced and he was saying your next opponent or whatever, that whole interview and interaction seemed kind of weird. That it seemed like they both were misinformed or whatever about the titles being on the line. Just because the person has a title doesn't mean that both titles are immediately on the line. And like you said, it could have been a pretty dope way of walking that back. But how they were doing it, it was like, hey, it's all go, like title versus title, let's do it. Now
that being said, I would not be surprised if we do get a title versus title match at SummerSlam. So Logan Paul is from Cleveland. SummerSlam is in Cleveland, so I can see them this way. He can lose this match either by disqualification or just flat out getting pinned. Hold the title coming into SummerSlam, coming into your hometown with the U.S. title, and I can see him getting another match at Cody, and Cody beat him this time and win both belts.
But that's a long wait.
I mean, that's August though. We think about it. SummerSlam is just August.
It's just but this May.
Yeah, but you gotta think they got all of June and all of July. So you gotta think at the end of this is the Saudi Arabia thing, King and Queen of the Ring. After this, I'm not sure what's coming up in June.
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank, I think is in June. Yeah. And in July. So I don't know. That's just something that I think could happen because SummerSlam would be the next big thing. And if Cody doesn't have a legitimate feud and opponent, I can see them running this back with Logan Paul.
Boo.
Yeah, well, I got you. I mean, it's just, and that's the thing that gets me with wrestling sometimes is the fact that some of this stuff is like there is no suspense behind it because of maybe the length of the person having the title, the time frame, and what's down the line and stuff like that. You can already, the only thing you can hope for is a good match because we know that Cody Rhodes is not going to drop that title. Like AJ Styles, we knew he was not going to beat Cody, but we all hope for a good match, and dang it, they put on a great match. I heard it got 5 stars. But with this particular thing and stuff like that, it just make people just like, I don't know if I want to even tune in because we know that Cody's not going to drop the belt.
But the true wrestling fan wants to actually see the match and the action because, you know, regardless of how we may feel about Logan Paul, the boy has been extremely impressive in all of his matches. So
he's gotten better. You can see from his match when he was teaming with Miz all the way into now. Old boy has gotten better. He has. He put on a good show with Roman Reigns as well.
So I guess my question is, why would they put the U.S. title on Cody? Because at some point he's gonna have to lose it.
Well, I can see, and I mean, they would literally only give it to him so he can call himself a Grand Slam champion, because that's the only title he's never had held. But I can also see where Cody will get it and then decide to give it up and just have another tournament for it. They can even run with the fact that we need a champion that's going to be here every week. You know, Logan is a champion, but he's not there every week. Mm-hmm. And you can run the tournament based on, you know, current superstars and people, you know, trying to get their title back.
So he couldn't do that, because if he just drops it, it minimizes the worth of the championship. And they worked hard to try to build up that Intercontinental champion and the US champion. Now what they could do is a triple threat, and the other person is pinned. Like if a Cody,
you could do that. Yeah.
AJ Styles and LA Knight was in there, then LA Knight could pin AJ Styles and be the champion.
Yeah,
something like that.
I can see that, yeah.
But if Cody just takes the belt, and I mean he's basically doing what Samoa Joe did with the Ring of Honor TV championship. Mm-hmm. You just say, yeah, I'm done with this. I need to go win the AEW championship. But you're minimizing the worth of the television championship.
Right, because that was the only belt that Joe had at the time. So Cody really, that's a secondary belt for Cody, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it serves no purpose for him to even have that.
And to your point, Joe, I have not even seen the Ring of Honor TV championship since Joe got rid of it.
Correct. Because you killed it. You basically could have did just what I said. You could have had a triple threat, and they pinned the other guy, and Joe still comes out looking good because he didn't get pinned. He just lost the championship. But I mean, you can lose the championship without getting pinned in a triple threat. Mm-hmm. Just go in the ring and lay it down, man. You taking all the value that you built up in this belt away just that quick.
Yep.
I do want to get it off Logan though, because you got LA Knight, you got Ricochet, you got Ricochet ain't on that same show, but
it's LA
AJ
Knight.
Styles.
It's LA Knight. I think even though I was talking about Carmelo Hayes, but if you remember last week, LA Knight and Paul had a run in before he went back into all this office. So they're teasing some things here and stuff, and they got a lot of. That's why I said, me personally, and I ask you guys, since you guys are back, which show is reign supreme right now?
It's crazy, because I was actually talking to a coworker about this, because he always said Raw was better. I'm like, you crazy? But now with Roman gone, all SmackDown, I think Monday Night Raw is actually the better show.
Yeah,
I disagree.
Really? Yeah. And granted, I was SmackDown through and through, especially when Roman and the Bloodline was going through. But
I do love the Bloodline 2.0 intrigue and mystery. I like that.
And Cody, and then just look at the matchups that we had in the semifinals of the King and Queen of the Ring, and the star power you had on Raw versus SmackDown. Like this week, we had Randy Orton and Carmelo Hayes. We had Tommy Tonga and LA Knight over there. Then we had Jade Cargill and Nia, Bianca and Tip. Like those were quality matches. Versus on Raw, you had Valkyria and Io and you know, it's just I just think that they got more star power up on SmackDown right now.
I kind of I like the Alpha Academy drama that's going on, because if he ends up with, if it's like a Team Gable and he gets those
brothers.
the Creed brothers. Man, that's
what I'm waiting on. Yeah,
and we're gonna jump into that. But before we do, that concludes our SmackDown edition of Black Four Horsemen podcast here. And obviously also want to go ahead and give a shout out to one of our sponsors here, as I do every week. And gentlemen, hey, if you guys got some stuff that you got going on again and stuff like that, we can slide you and push whatever you guys want us to push or whatever. But also want to give a shout out to my guy Aaron over at Creative Graphics. Got merch and stuff every day. I have my stuff. We got people buying things and stuff based off of what he's doing on Instagram and things like that. Local business out here. Young black guy just recently had a beautiful baby boy recently, man. Congratulations on him expanding his family and stuff like this. So man, you guys go in here, man. Check out Aaron and his stuff over there at Creative Graphics, man. Website www.creativegraphics.com, and you can see how you spell it right there. All right, so we was talking about Monday Night Raw, and believe it or not, Joe, since you brought it up, the Alpha Academy drama and stuff, go ahead and pick up on that, because we see it got areas on where it could go. They tried to tease us with Otis possibly staying in it or whatever until he went back there and changed his mind. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen on this, Joe?
Well, let me first say you need to get us some shirts and send it to us. That way we can wear them on the podcast. And I just like the long-term storytelling. You start at the beginning of the show and it goes throughout the show with different segments of it. I want it to end with Chad Gable and the Creed brothers. I don't even know if I want Otis in that incarnation. I would prefer, but Otis and what is that boy name?
Tozawa.
That ain't gonna work, bro. And then girl, she can go off with her tag team partner, and they can kind of do whatever they gonna do.
I was gonna mention that too, because you gotta realize, what's her name? Ivy Nowles. She came to Raw with the Creed brothers, so I can see them continuing to be a tag team, and maybe one time, let's say when the turn happens, because I kind of feel like it will. And let's say the Creed brothers come out and they attack Otis and Tozawa. And Maxine jumps in to try to help them. Ivy comes out thinking, trying to break it up. Hey, y'all chill, and then she whop Maxine across the head, and then all of a sudden you got the Creed brothers and Ivy Nowles with Chad Gable.
That's what's going to happen.
That's
why we got planted with that seed this week of Ivy Nowles and Maxine in this women's tag team fatal four-way for the to go ahead. And they've been, and this has been brewing with them too. Not that they're beefing right now, but this friendship that's only going to make the heel turn even more powerful when Ivy turns on Maxine. And like I said, there's nothing else for Tozawa to do. There is no 24/7 championship for him to chase after no more. I don't know. Maybe he go down to NXT and help develop people there. Otis could still possibly remain in there as an enforcer of some sort or whatever, because if they don't do that with him, there is nothing that Otis is going. I do not see him as a singles competitor going after anything. To me,
in a tag team, can they both be Marty Jannetty? Because you got Otis and Tozawa. Can they both be the Marty Jannetty of the tag team?
Yes, they will be. No, they will be the New Rockers with Al Snow and Marty Jannetty. But you know, Al Snow even left and did some good stuff in ECW.
That's the unfortunate thing about, when the change occurs. if there's nothing for you, there's nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? And
if they continue to feud with Sammy, maybe Sammy pulls Otis in his corner, and maybe they do something with them too. I don't know. Maybe Otis can be Sammy's bodyguard or something. I don't know. They'll find a role for
Sammy.
him.
Sammy, you struggling right now. I heard you. He even said on a podcast himself that he was like his window for being a champion is gone out the window. He seemed like because of Triple H or whatever. So there's some rumblings back there in the back, with that as well. And his chance to win that belt to beat Roman, even though we knew that happened, was in Montreal. And I think he was white hot at the time. And with him winning at least one of the belts from Roman, if they would have did that, would have set the WWE off. But when he lost that, it's like they put a nice icy cold water over some coals and just burnt and just blew it out. And he ain't been the same since. The fans and stuff, they ain't really reacting to him and stuff like he used to when he was with the Bloodline. And after he freshly left the Bloodline, I don't see Sammy being a heavyweight champion to me anytime soon.
I didn't see that in the first place.
And you
stick your head up under that light right quick.
Hold on, let me see if I can.
Just take your phone.
Oh, Angel.
So when they removed Sammy from the Bloodline, that took all of his pop away, in my opinion. If you think about it, and I feel like if they had put that belt on Sammy, he would have got the same reaction when they won the tag titles. It was high for a second, and after about a couple of weeks, it was like, where are they at?
But see, and I think that's the reason why he didn't win the title, because again, it's highs and lows. Yeah, everybody went crazy when he won it, and depending on if they wanted Roman to win it right back, even if Sammy held it for a couple weeks, it was just gonna be, it wasn't gonna be any more real highs for him. And you'll get that Monday night after Mania or after that show that they had. I forget the name of the pay-per-view, but that they had in Montreal. You'll get that praise, that pop then, but after that, it's almost similar to Cody Rhodes' name right now. But yeah, so I think the decision for him not to have the title then was the right decision, and we see where we are now, so we can hopefully build him back up in something else if that's what they want to do.
Yeah, I never thought Sammy was going to win the title. I mean, it looked good and it seemed good, and it was a good moment for him to have. But I mean, I think a good showing, which is what he had in that match, was about all we was going to get from that.
Right.
I don't see Sammy as a world champion. I mean, maybe a world champion, but not a universal
WWE champion.
WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion. It seems like too much weight for him. No disrespect, but it's certain people who could carry that mantle, and I don't see him as being one of them.
Real quick, and only because you said it, have you noticed they've dropped the Universal name? It's the WWE Undisputed Heavyweight Champion. They've dropped the Undisputed. I mean, they've dropped the Universal.
And what is Raw's now?
It's just the World Heavyweight Champion.
World Heavyweight. Okay.
When you think back to it, it's basically back to when they bought WCW, and you had and they really did the brand split. You had the World Champion and the WWE Champion. That's basically what it is.
Okay.
Different belts, but same thing. Yeah.
I thought I heard her say Universal.
If you listen to it now, it's the Undisputed WWE Championship.
Okay.
Is what they call it.
And when Joe said something, I wanted to throw a question out. Do you think that if Vinnie Mac was still in power, do you think that there'd be two black women ring announcing on the two major shows of the whole brand?
I couldn't even answer that.
Quick answer, no. I mean, granted, you got well, now I will say this: we were never in that position when he was in and out. He was still in power when JoJo was a ring announcer. And then you had then when Samantha Irvin came along, the other girl Alicia was still in NXT, and it was she needed time to kind of get herself together. So I would say no, but honestly, you really don't know because we've never had two women in that position to be able to move up that way. So when Vince was in charge.
Okay, all right. So we mentioned. I guess we can go ahead and talk about the match too, because Gable came out, messed around with Alpha Academy, trying to get everybody behind the rest of the guys and lady in the Alpha Academy or whatever. Gable ended up being in a match with Sami Zayn, and there were 3 opportunities for the members of the Alpha Academy to jump in. Tozawa didn't do anything, Maxine didn't do anything, and Otis started not to do anything, but Otis ended up interfering and costing Sami Zayn the match, and with Gable getting the win, which that goes back to Joe's point. It just takes a little steam off of
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn again, because we just came from a reign where dude ain't lose anything for 666 days. And Sammy had been a champion 44 days, and he already got an L.
Yeah, I hate that.
I didn't. Go ahead. I ain't like it though.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate when you pin your champion when you have 3 or 4 other ways you could get out of there. You can have Chad disqualified. You can have Sammy disqualified. Otis could have hit him with that clothesline. He fell out the ring, and he went by count out. I think Gunther had a couple of count out losses against Chad, something in that little time limit joint he had. He lost, and I'm like, there's so many other things you could do besides pinning. You went a whole 2 years, 3 years not having your champions pinned, and now that you put it on Sammy, that's the first thing you do.
I think they're telling a story. And I can't put my finger on it, but I think Sammy is going to go heel. I think long-term booking, that's where they're going with that. Right. That's just
if the fans let them.
Yeah, I don't know that, but that doesn't really, because you got a lot of heels on that show. I'm not thinking, because Chad just went heel. Then you got Bronson Reed. You got the Final Testament. You got I think they're doing that with DIY. They may turn heel, or at least oh boy might turn on.
You talking about New Day?
No, know DIY.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
They on SmackDown though, right?
Now they are. Yeah.
Are they on SmackDown?
Yeah. Ciampa and Gargano. Yeah.
I thought they
were doing the draft.
No, they got drafted.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
They was on Raw. Yeah.
Well, wait a minute.
So the day of the draft is when Ciampa kind of didn't want to shake R-Truth and the Miz's hands after the title match, but then they moved over to SmackDown later on that day. So
yeah. Okay. And DIY going against A-Town Down Under at King and Queen of the Ring.
They annoy me
this weekend. So, but anyway,
well, they're their healed annoying team. So
yeah,
you brought up
that every now and then.
You brought up Final Testament, Joe. That looks like they're about to have a program with the New Day. It started last week, I think, with Kofi talking in the back to Karrion Kross, and now Kross is in the training room with Xavier Woods. That now magically his knee is healed, and he comes back there and says something about him having time. Both of the interviews is talking about, hey, you guys got more time. So looking for this whole time is up, we about to kick y'all, that kind of thing going on.
Well, the whole thing, look at it from a different angle. The whole thing, there's actually a YouTube video about this. So Karrion Kross's whole thing is whenever he speaks to you or prophesies with you, you change. When he was feuding with Shinsuke, all of a sudden Shinsuke became a heel after dealing with him. There's another one with when the I want to say with Bobby Lashley. Like when Bobby Lashley, instead of trying to heel, he ended up needing more guys with him. So that's when he's teamed up with the Street Profits. There's a couple more examples of when Karrion Kross interacts with you, you change your behavior. I don't know if Xavier Woods gonna be the one to turn heel, or if they're gonna finally break up the New Day. I don't know, but that's just something to kind of keep in mind. Because as we talked off stream before we went live, one thing about WWE right now is you got to pay attention to the details, like everything. So a little comment here and there, a little nod of your head backstage, it all counts. So just something to keep in mind.
Wasn't Pride together before Cross and his folks came? New Testament came to
before New Testament, yes. But when Karrion Kross was by himself, with just him and Charlotte, he feuded with Bobby Lashley, and Bobby hadn't had a win since then. And so that's when he ended up starting this group. So that's just one. I'm sure there's a couple more examples out there. Those are just the two people that came to mind when I talked about it. But that's kind of been there. Almost if you think back to when Bray Wyatt came back, it's really just Bray. Well, before he was just Bray, the last run, where they talk about anytime you interact with Bray Wyatt, you would change. Like the Miz had some issues going on. A couple more people. Seth Rollins had an issue with them. Like they couldn't, after feuding with Bray Wyatt, they kept getting losses after losses. They couldn't kind of get back on track. It's conspiracy theories, YouTube's and videos out there of all this stuff. But that's kind of similar thing going on right now with Final Testament and possibly New Day. So.
No, let's start. Let's go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
My bad. So I wouldn't at this point. I wouldn't want to see New Day break up. Just let them ride out to the sun. And I looked and saw that. I think I sent you guys where their contract is supposed to be coming up at the end of the year. All three of them.
Yeah.
And to couple that, I ain't trying to see no program with New Day and Final Testament because they're not beating AOP. And if they did, I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah. And just for clarification. He said something to Kofi last week too, so it wasn't just Woods.
Yeah, he said something to Kofi last week, and then he said something to Xavier this week.
Yeah.
Now I would enjoy a New Day heel turn. That would be cool. Different.
Because it's stale right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I just wouldn't if they join them. Okay, I guess. But now you have this dominant faction that ain't doing nothing.
To do what? Right.
I mean, because AOP is always I've always liked AOP, even from NXT. And then when they got caught up, I thought that they could be a dominant tag team. But like you said, you're gonna have let's just say for craps and giggles, you got New Day and you got AOP, Karrion Kross, Final Testament. And he expanded the thing for what? You got two tag teams in there. And they both vying for titles, or you know what I'm saying. So it wouldn't make sense.
Go on, give me a nice feud with the Judgment Day. They trying to add some folk, so go ahead and throw them in the mix.
The Judgment Day wick is burning out to me.
Is it right? Yeah. See, look. So here's the thing. I always have this thought that when one group breaks up, another group gets started. So I can see the Judgment Day this time 6 months from now probably won't be a Judgment Day, but then you can see another group possibly come on board. Maybe the Final Testament if they recruit a couple more people, maybe they become that dominant faction once.
Maybe you do this new Alpha Academy now.
Yeah, maybe that.
Because the Creed brothers they can go get the belt. Then you got Gable that'll probably get the IC belt. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe you start pushing Ivy Niles to go after whoever the Raw Women's Champion to be. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it could be ushering in a new faction or whatever. Because Gable is getting heat right now. They even when his music playing, they putting in "You Suck" like Kurt Angle in it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dang, for real?
Him as the Intercontinental Intercontinental Champion. the Creed brothers win the tag team championships, and I don't know about your girl
just let her remain competitive, muck up the little division. Yeah. You know, she's not going to be. I mean, she's going to be mid because she's still working. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, everybody needs somebody on the outside that's going to interfere. You know, possibly pick up somebody. You know, because she's strong with her. Pick up somebody and throw. You know, stuff that you know, like China almost. Minus the belts and the porn.
I love a faction where everybody has
has to go. He said like China without the porn.
I thought he said without the belt.
He said without the belt too.
Without the belt and the porn. Yeah, and the porn.
I like a faction where everybody has a title. I mean, it gives more credence to that faction. Right. But JD and Finn winning the championship? Nah, bro. I don't nobody believe it. Yeah. I probably believe Dom and Finn better than I would.
But JD is not a bad wrestler though. He's not.
Before we get out, we were talking about Creed brothers and the Alpha Academy. Let me get a shout out to Maxine because Maxine looked good one night. I don't know if she been lifting a little bit more, or maybe it was the outfit she had on, but shout out to Maxine Dupree.
Maxine, she worked ever since that report came out about them booing her. She been in that ring, so she trying. I guess it's not right for me to fast forward and see if I see a belt around your waist based off of what you're doing now. So maybe I may be a little bit premature about it.
Back it up.
But she ain't what's the girl name? The one that used to wear the red all the time, even Marie Bad. Oh, yeah. She ain't that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even Marie just, you know, I don't know what they saw. She just kept popping up.
What was old girl name?
Oh, you talking about?
Oh my God. Gosh,
it's very close to Eva. It was.
The one that was doing the dance.
Yeah, hey, I see you, Rick. Yeah. Do it again, Rick. Do it again. Hey, do it again, Rick. Do it again, Rick. I see you, man. Nah, that ain't what you talking about.
Yeah, what up?
We know who you're talking about. I can't think of a name right now, but
Nona.
Oh my God, it's gonna come back. I'm not gonna let it go. We gonna probably be down a couple more lines before I can realize it.
It'll come to me.
She was corny too.
But her name was Tennille. Tennille.
That's her real name. Yeah,
that's her real name. But it was Emma.
Emma. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I knew it was with E.
Thanks, Mute FU.
Come on, Emma. Yeah. She was hot out here, bro.
Mute FU, the Santina Morel of the group.
So speaking, real quick, because a lot of people don't know this. Speaking of Santino, y'all realize his daughter is in NXT. If you ever paid attention to what's her name? What's it? Ariana Grace, the one that wears like the crown, like she's like prom queen or whatever. Yeah, that's
her.
That's Santino's daughter. Yeah.
Yo, okay, because I saw something about her.
Yeah.
Dig that.
Hey, you need to send that video of Tiffany calling Bianca or I guess Jade a B word to the group, so I can see.
What did you call her? Beauty? A bunch?
I bet you
Barry,
her though.
Brian, Bobby,
Ricky.
Ricky Bobby.
Okay, so New Day, Final Testament. Yeah, we talked about this. So Zoe Starks and Shayna Baszler become sacrificial lambs to Bianca and Jade Cargill as they are number one contenders for the belts. I don't know what they're doing with Shayna because Shayna's down. She had a program tonight on NXT teaming with somebody, and then now she's got an opportunity up on the main roster. So I don't know what they're doing with Shayna, but yeah, that match was pretty.
Did you see the backstage comment they had with Sonya Deville?
Yes, I did.
Which I think that's the move. They need to, they ignored her. It was like we're not trying to buy what you're selling, but Sonya Deville as a manager of like a women's tag team, I think it works, especially like a heel tag team.
Yeah, I hate that they served them up first though. It's like they should have sent a softball, because if you're gonna build up a tag team, it should be like Zoe and Shayna. That would be one of the better options than what was in the ring that day.
I wouldn't mind, but they just left out of but you could have still got a get back program with Damage Control, with it being, you know what I'm saying, even though Oscar's out hurt, you still could have did that, and that would have gave you some time, like you said, Joe, to let Shayna and whatchamacallit build themselves up to, because they could be somebody strong enough to actually get with them.
Correct.
But right now, I don't think no, not this evening.
Oh no, definitely not. I think Quilly said it. Q, sorry. I feel like it would be great for them to it would be great for them to hold it for like a year or so. And get I wouldn't mind them holding it for a year or so.
No, them. Oh, just shut. Let me shut up.
Yeah. Bianca or Jay, and Jay. Excuse me.
Nah, we were talking about Shayna and whatchamacallit, bro. We weren't talking about.
No, I said it would be good for them to hold it for a year.
Hold family.
Yeah.
Thought you would talk about the other one.
No, I'm talking about the sisters. I want them to hold it for a year or so, maybe 2.
Now, why you don't keep that same engine when Nia come knock on that door back there?
Bam.
When you see the whole wall come down.
Keep that same energy. So
I'm
we
just
got
playing,
Zoe.
Nia. I'm just
No, that's all right. She got you, bro. Awesome Truth retains their belts with the assistance from one Mr. Braun Strowman that's just continuing to pop up randomly. That looks like they're going to be
You mean Andre the Giant?
Yeah, Andre the Giant, according to R-Truth. God, R-Truth, man.
I'm wondering what they're gonna do with this.
When he said that, I was like, who? Because we at this point we know how R-Truth is. So when he said Andre the Giant, like, who are they using? I'm thinking it was gonna be Omar's or something. I'm like, who they using?
I knew exactly who he was talking about.
I was trying to think about it as well.
I knew exactly who he was talking about.
My dude is golden, man.
He is, man. He is. And then when Miz was like, "Oh my God, who are you talking to?
Who's that?"
Matter of fact, I'm going to find me a R-Truth t-shirt right now.
Man, you know what? That'd be a good look. Get 3 of them, and you send that shirt. Ricky, you send old boy shirt. That sacrifice jump was tight. You scroll real quick, so I can't be seeing everything. But that sacrifice jump,
that's all right. I can, I'll make sure I put the link in there and stuff like that. That's
I asked for the link. I asked for the shirt.
No, that's right. In order for you to get it, you know what I'm saying.
I need the link.
You need the link. You need the link. Now I call them to tell you the order's coming. That way you won't wait a long time for the shirt.
I appreciate it.
You gotta sacrifice some funds.
You need to get bring the Jimmy shirt. Shirt, man. Little Jimmy.
I forgot about Little Jimmy.
Me too. R.I.P. Little Jimmy. Braun Strowman. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. One of y'all said it, I forgot, but I don't know what they're gonna do with him either.
He just twisted in the wind.
I know, because it's just like, I think it's kind of belittled. I mean, not hating on the tag champs, even though that is kind of they're not put together, but I really don't. I love R-Truth, but I don't care about the tag team as much. But to have Braun Strowman tied in with that just kind of lets me know you don't have anything for him to do right now.
Maybe they're gonna get the little boy back, and they could be champions again.
Nick old now. Nick like what?
Nick probably like 25 right now.
Yeah, Nick probably like, he in his 20s now. I think they showed an updated picture of him, man.
I still don't understand that WrestleMania moment. It behooves.
That was dope. That was dope to me.
Really?
If it would have been, what if it would have been you? And you got a beer in your hand.
Sir, I wouldn't have even wanted to see me.
Bruh, I would have been up there acting
That
like
would've been roasted.
I would have ate that moment up, bro. Because I would have been submitted in WWE history.
That was an access moment, not a WrestleMania moment.
It was a WrestleMania moment for Nick because I bet you everywhere he go, he still hear about it.
Oh yeah, now that's a moment for him for sure.
Yeah, it's a moment for him. I thought it was pretty dope too. I'm not gonna hate on that.
It was trash.
So yeah, Judgment Day end up losing. What's that Judgment? Yeah, Judgment Day end up losing in that, and it looks like they're gonna have some kind of thing with Judgment Day and Braun Strowman building or whatever's left of Judgment Day by the time we get done with that. Braun Breaker, ladies and gentlemen, is letting you people know what's up about letting you people know about leave him out of King of the Ring. Y'all must don't know who his daddy and his uncle is out here because he just snapped on a local, and I liked it because, like, first of all, you have him come out here. You look like he's fighting somebody that looked like they belonged in the old school 3MB. And he just turned his back on him and was just like, first you leave me out of King of the Ring, and now you got me with this bomb. Like, I'm getting bombs thrown at me week in and week out. And he just went off. He put dude on the stretcher, and then carried it on to the back and speared Ricochet. Yeah. So do y'all like what Braun is doing? Is that gonna give him what he needs to kind of go?
I'm sorry, this is off subject, but have y'all seen R-Truth's t-shirt section, bro? This shirt is great, but
no,
this shirt is great. Y'all gotta see that. But
is it on WWE Shop?
Yes, man. It's shirts I hadn't even seen. That fool got a 3 Amigos shirt, and it says Tom and Nick Mysterio. And he in the middle holding two different dogs.
Wow.
Oh, this is great. I love R-Truth. So I was thinking they were gonna go like the suspension route. Because he kept injuring people. I was thinking that, I was gonna call him Nick Aldis. Larry Johnson, what his name is. He was gonna go the suspension route to
what is it?
Right. Larry Johnson's gonna work for them. He was gonna go the suspension route because Braun kept, taking people out. I would have preferred a program with him and Ilya. That would have been
and that's what and that might be coming because again, Dragunov was back there with Ricochet when Braun spirited. So let's say Ricochet's hurt, he can be kind of defending Ricochet.
Bro, man,
that's hard though.
So, side note, I hate WWE t-shirts with people on them. I'd rather, something, the words, or like Rock shirt. I'm gonna get his, the final boss. Something you can wear out of. I don't want no dudes on my shirt.
But dude faces,
pause. But I mean, it's just, I would prefer just a regular shirt, like with words or something on it.
So you wouldn't want a Bianca Belair shirt?
I mean, I would definitely wear Bianca's shirt. I would wear Bianca's shirt.
Okay, so you thought that he was going to get suspended. He didn't. He's going to be basically wreaking havoc the next few weeks in the back. It looks like he could have a spot now with, like you said, Ilya Dragunov and Ricochet. Which is probably going to kill Ricochet's push because he's the speed champion, which I still don't like that. He looked like he was getting a push before the speed thing was thrown at him or whatever. So they may give Braun something to do now, being busy with those two.
I wouldn't mind the Ricochet Ilya program.
No, you're gonna get that. I think you're gonna get that too. Okay. That would be good.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm here
they're
for it.
both great in the ring, and
I'm here for it.
I'm not necessarily interested in Ricochet winning that, but if he did, I wouldn't be mad. To kind of give him, because he's just kind of twisting in the wind, man.
He been doing that his whole career. The only thing good about him is Samantha.
That's great though. That's like a championship all in itself.
But no, let me tell you about a really good match though from yesterday to me. And I'm sure Q may not agree, but Laura Valkyria and Io Sky was actually a good ass match.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good match. I just don't see what they see in Valkyria. I don't know. Granted, I'm not a scouts. I'm not a I didn't go out and recruit folks, so I don't know. Somebody like her, but yeah, she's getting the push right now.
Oh, she's somebody like her in the back because I think fans are saying the same thing too. I was thinking, well, who was that? I think it was Bubba Ray. Somebody said something that was like they pushing her on us too fast. And that's what I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to come to an end last week with Io possibly defeating her, but it didn't go that way, and it shocked the crap out of me. But I wasn't mad because it was a good match. It was a good match. I usually would fast forward, but it was really good to me. So shout out to.
I'm gonna say this, man. As fans, we're wishy-washy, man, because you look up, man, the man went to sleep for real.
Yeah, he died, man. The phone died. We might get him back. We might get him back.
Shout out, bro. R.I.P.
Man. Hope the dog didn't pee on you, bro. Hope the dog didn't pee on you either, man. Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
What I hate is, in one breath we'll say, man, they pushing them on us too much. And next breath we say, man, they bury these NXT folks when they come up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, get a girl she ain't finna win it. We know that. But I mean, give her a shot. Let folks see her enough to latch on to her. Because if it's you just come in, lose, and gone, yeah, of course we gonna hit her with, man, they don't push them folks. So I mean, she ain't bad. She actually is good in the ring, and I like the her and Becky connection that they're forming, or whatever that is. And then old girl just swung on her, so that could be another program with her and maybe Liv once she loses, because she ain't gonna win a championship. But
I don't know, bro.
No.
If she wins,
I don't know. I think Liv taking that strap Saturday, bro.
Well, if Liv gets it, that means that Rhea's on her way back, because then Rhea can win it off of Liv.
And Rhea ain't been going.
She ain't, but Rhea not gonna. But that's what I'm saying. I go ahead and that actually, that was our next topic. So we went on ahead and blended right into it because that whole thing is getting spicy. I think Liv gets the belt. Becky tries to get it back, which it also means that no, Valkyria, she's not gonna win the Queen of the Ring. Sorry, she's just not. But you still can get Liv going against Lyra as well to still kind of. So what's the next pay-per-view after this one?
Actually, I just pulled
Money in the Bank is coming up. I don't know if it's like end of June or July, somewhere in there.
Which one is this one?
This is King and Queen of the Ring.
So you got Clash of the Castle.
Yeah, we got about that. That's over in Scotland. Yeah.
And then you got Money in the Bank in July.
So you either let Becky get the rematch over there, and then Money in the Bank, you let Lyra do it, and then Mommy come back. They give her, that's a couple of months right there. You know what I'm saying? I think that they could. I might be wrong, but I would go ahead and let Liv, because she got heat behind her right now. Go ahead and let her do her thing for a few months, and then let whatchamacallit come back. Mommy come back and begin that feud all over again, because by that time, either Judgment Day has crumbled or Judgment Day is all of a sudden building back up now because Liv then came in or some kind of way.
Whenever. Okay. Let's fantasy book it. Let's say Liv Morgan does win the championship. When Rhea Ripley comes back, I don't think she wins it back right away.
No,
because whatever Liz got going on with Dom, and actually not just Dom, but the rest of Judgment Day, because there's a video out, I think there's today, again, and I know this is on your list to talk about things happening in the background when it comes to interviews. There's a clip floating out there now that they was outside the arena. You see Liv get out of the car, then you see Finn Balor gets out of that same car like 2 minutes later. So not only could she be taking Dom, she could be taking all of Judgment Day, or what will be remaining of Judgment Day. So when Rhea comes back, they're all against her. So that's something to look out for.
I don't disagree.
I've been on my phone looking for the other video with Tiffany Stratton. I can't find it yet, but I know what I saw. I'm gonna have to have some more time to look through some other resources.
I don't disagree with this this format, if you would, so far as Liv getting it and then Rhea coming back to challenge Ford. But why put it on Becky if you was going to do that in the first place?
I mean, they did it to Becky on NXT.
I said they wouldn't have it too. I don't know why. Like, Becky doesn't need this bill. I don't know why they gave it to her. Yeah, they should just gave it to Liv then.
I feel like they did NXT so that she could have held all the championships. I thought that's what that was.
That was true. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Their Grand Slam, and you know what? I don't know if that NXT title is considered to be in the Grand Slam, but everyone they call a Grand Slam champion has won that NXT title too. Because Bianca just said, "This makes me a Grand Slam champion" when she won the tag team titles. Because
that ain't hard to do. If you just got SmackDown, Raw, and the tag team champion, that's probably a Grand Slam. Right. Bianca didn't win the NXT, did she? She never won.
No, she didn't. No,
she didn't. No. Oh, okay. Well, no. It's not included then.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That would have been a dope thing too. But she ended up getting called up before she ever got a chance to do it.
Yeah. The most she had when Shayna Baszler was the champion, she had a match against her that she ended up losing.
That was a good match too.
She was undefeated going into that match. Ended up losing to Shayna, and then she got called up shortly after that. So actually, she got called up before Shayna did. Yeah,
that was a good match because Shayna had the championship.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then yet and still they won't put the belt back on Shayna up on the main roster.
Yeah. It just hadn't hit on the main roster like it did in NXT for whatever reason.
So. It's a lot of stuff they don't do. It's a lot of stuff that does that.
Speaking of white hot, man, she was white hot in NXT.
Oh yeah.
She was a premier heel in NXT, but like you said, when she got up to main roster,
some of them may have heard her because she had those other two girls with her, the other folks from the MMA Four Horsemen.
Right.
Supposed to be, it was Shayna. Actually, at least one of those girls is over in AEW now. Marina Shafiro, I forget the other girl's name, and then Ronda Rousey. Those were supposed to be the four MMA horsewomen. Which I'm mad that we never got that feud with those four versus the WWE four horsemen.
They teased it. I remember them teasing. They teased it, but it never. It was almost kind of like, and I'm gonna go back for it just for a hot second, just to step back over here. You remember when Karrion Kross dropped it? When Scarlett dropped that time thing over there in front of Roman Reigns.
Yeah, we never got that.
Never got that.
That was so trash too. He came back with a fury, and he came back, and everybody was like, "Oh shit!" Like he dropped. She came and dropped a little time thing on the ring. It's basically saying the clock is ticking. And it was just like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
They pulled.
But I think a lot of the got kind of other matches kind of got in the way of that. And even though he hasn't at that time, he had never really clarified himself as being either a face or a heel. Roman being a heel, maybe they didn't want two heels going after at the time, but they started throwing other people at Roman and other people at Karrion Kross, and they just never got back to it.
And what was funny is even when he did that, Roman Roman was in the ring like,
man, what if he would just walked up and kicked that motherfucker over out the ring?
Like, get this
kind
shit out my
of
ring.
about this sand in this bottle, man.
Nobody care about this. Man, come on. So yeah, y'all think that Becky probably may just keep it by default? Maybe she loses that class to the castle or whatever. But again, like I said earlier, these PLEs and stuff in these other countries and stuff want stuff to be, especially over there in Saudi Arabia, they want something big to happen. They want big matches.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. We earlier we was talking about King of the Ring, about something happening in Saudi Arabia. When you think back to the history of these international shows, hadn't been a lot of title changes. They get great matches, but there hadn't really been a lot of title changes over there. So that's why going back to Cody and Logan and maybe a couple more matches over there, I don't think it's gonna happen because it's overseas. But we'll see. We
shall see. A couple more things here. Gunther dominated Jey Uso. Man, that was just pure domination.
Yeah, I missed most of the match, and of course, then I leave out the room when I come back and I literally see them go off to the next show. I'm like, oh, what happened? So I ended up having to rewind.
It ended. It was whack. It was like USA called and was like, "Cut this shit off now."
Yeah.
Like he pinned him, and the sign came at the bottom of the screen. USA copyright. Literally after he raised his hand, on the mat, he had
him like in a sleeper hold, like a chokehold.
Yes, and after he let go, the sign came at the bottom of the screen there. They was like USA. They were out of time.
On time, yeah.
And they didn't get a chance for you to see any replays or anything like that. It went straight to black and went on to the next show. But Gunther dominated Jey. Jey still got. I mean, he's over with the fans and stuff right now, but he's still Gunther is he's on another level right now, bro. Like, dude is on another level with just his wrestling, his promos and stuff like that. He is on another level, and he beat the crap out of him, man. And that's gonna be your new king in the ring right there, barring any kind of crazy outcomes to me.
I agree. But now I will say this: Jay need to quit eating pins if they're gonna keep him as main event Jey Uso. That's because he I mean, he is white hot.
Yeah,
he white hot with the fans. I mean, it gives me Bray vibes when they cut the lights and all these phones on.
Everybody
and they
just,
I mean, it's so crump. But
thank you, France.
Yeah, France. Yeah. France was the first ones that did it. Now
France was the first. They introduced that stuff, so they can name the claim that, and now we want to do it and all the other stuff. Hey, did y'all see that they were saying that maybe there could be something like with the Y6 coming in to go after him because of that?
Yeah, because he actually. So again, I pay attention to all this stuff. So he was on social media. Now they claimed that this wasn't him. It was somebody else that posted, but he put on his Twitter account that I own the Fireflies now. So
the Yeeter of Worlds or something.
So yeah, Yeeter of World. He did hashtag Yeeter of Worlds. So now he could have purposely did that to set up whenever Uncle Howdy and all the folks come in to feud after him. Because again, that still keeps him in the quote unquote main event scene. But they could take some issue with him using the Fireflies and this whole thing. So
I don't. That'd be too. But my thing is that would be too soon. Because it's like, so now you really, because everybody's anticipating now this Y6, okay? Mm-hmm. You can't come in. Well, you could, but that's gonna take the smoke out of Jey Uso.
No, yeah, it's gonna be
there's some more pins for him to eat.
Yeah. So okay, since you brought it up, let's say if y'all seen what I've seen as far as who this group's going to be. So we know Bo Dallas is going to be Uncle Howdy.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Dexter Lumis. I've seen Nikki Cross. Alexa Bliss has been rumored to be a part of that as well. And
Eric Rowan.
Hadn't been on there. Eric Rowan. Because Eric Rowan did re-sign with them. So that's 5 people. Now, the Y6 name has not really been used since they supposed to have debuted back when Bray was still alive. So they kind of cut this. So it may not necessarily be 6 people, but those are the people that I've
Hold
seen.
on, which one did you say? Which one is just the dude from NXT?
Yeah, there is one more guy. Yeah, Joe Gacy.
Joe
Yeah,
Gacy.
Yeah, I heard Joe Gacy. I didn't hear. I heard Alexa's. What's that girl name?
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss. I hadn't heard that she was necessarily going to be in there.
Okay.
I guess she could.
Yeah.
Or you could leave that spot open for Bray. You know that. Wide 6, but it's us 5 and him.
Oh, as almost like a spiritual thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And they could be. Well, I don't know. I don't think I want to put any wrestling gimmicks inside of the actual death of a person. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, you could be getting your spiritual awakening or your the journey or the path you're going to take from him. But I don't know that would be.
Well, 2 things they put reason why Alexa Bliss is in there is because again she's been off TV because she's been pregnant, but she's had the baby. But because of her alliance with Bray, she was in it. Now I still haven't seen the documentary, and I got to see it because a lot of people are talking about some of the things that she mentioned about Bray in the documentary that she can be a part of it. Because if you look at all these QR codes, all these little things that popping up, a lot of them has been y'all forgot about us, or y'all don't remember us. So there's a lot of people that hadn't been on TV, hadn't been around. The Dexter Loomises, the Nikki Crosses, the people like that, the Alexa Bliss who's been out. So I can I'm curious to see when that's happened. Now I've listened to a lot of people that kind of trying to break down these clues and hints that they've thrown. So one of the things that they deciphered last week, either on SmackDown or Raw, had the date of 5/25/26, 24, which is King and Queen in the Ring pay-per-view. So maybe they show up doing that pay-per-view, or at least make themselves known. Either I doubt they will be in Saudi Arabia. Maybe they do it on the big screen or something, maybe on the Titantron.
I mean, that's a way to make an impact too. Again, like I said, you said, they want stuff big to happen over there if they want to continue. Maybe you get a step closer towards revealing what these QR codes, and maybe somebody come in, you know what I'm saying? To get the ball rolling on that. So I'm interested in seeing what happens there. Going back to Gunther or whatever, we thought that he would, he'll win or whatever. But I want to talk about Ludwig Kaiser because he asked him for that smoke. So he talking bad about Sheamus in the back. Like you could see the whole thing, like his demeanor and his whole attitude and stuff is changing towards being more of a singles wrestler and stuff now. So what do y'all think about Ludwig Kaiser as a singles person and stuff? Y'all think he's good on the mic, he's decent in the ring. What do y'all think? We already know the other guy's Marty Jannetty, but does he have the Shawn Michael effect of the group?
I wouldn't mind seeing a program with him and Sheamus. I just verbally, he killed me. I'm like you, he asking for that smoke. In the ring, I mean, think about the battles Gunther and Sheamus had, and then Drew McIntyre. Man, them was some house fights, bro. Yeah. When you put Ludwig Kaiser in there,
So that's funny because only because you're saying his name is brought up a point that I heard on another podcast. There are certain wrestler names out there can you see them being a champion with that name? Like, can you hear them saying in the new WWE champion Ludwig Kaiser?
So, yeah, but they got an international, intercontinental, and U.S. title ring to it.
Yeah, I can see that.
So
I think Sheamus gonna beat the crap out of him.
Oh yeah,
it might go back and forth, but I think that Sheamus towards the end of his thing because he's still trying to get the IC title. So that also brings, like I said, that maybe he'll get that off of Chad Gable. Maybe he'll get that off of Chad Gable once upon a time or whatever. So I don't know. That'll be a good feud and stuff for me. And also, like we talked about, we don't have to hammer in on it because I still want to get to our question of the night, which will be pretty interesting. That'll take us on in. But I'm starting to pay attention to the backstage interviews and stuff a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Ever since I can go back to our podcast that we had a few weeks ago when commercial hit with Dom and Liv just staring at each other, and it went to okay, gotcha. Then we saw the one that I had that YouTube made me take down. That's the email we got, bro. That was saying that the
copyright,
the copyright thing. So I had to take that out or whatever. But with Liv leaving the locker room and then whatchamacallit leaving Dom leaving the locker room after her doing Jey Uso interview. Even with this, just the storytelling of Finn and her getting out of the same car. Then you got Baszler, Stark, and whatchamacallit back there in the background talking. You know what I'm saying? They are doing these things because, like you said, it all means something. A lot of people start to get up, go do stuff, and change the channel and stuff when we see them women back there with their microphones. Because I know I get up and do it.
Yeah.
But now it's almost like, I mean, even with Chad Gable that was going back there to interview, she was interviewing Chad Gable talking about Otis helping, and then LWO get jumped in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're taking the backstage interviews and stuff to another level, and they hold keys and clues to what could possibly happen down the line. So I'm digging it.
Yeah. Shout out to Sam Roberts. He he has a wrestling podcast. He also does kickoff shows and countdown shows for WWE. But he mentions on his podcast all the time that everything counts. So you have to watch the show. You have to pay attention because any little comment, any little somebody walking by somebody backstage, it all counts. So you gotta pay attention to what's going on because it can always come back later for something else.
Yep.
Yeah. And I hate that to a certain degree because it's like, yeah. I mean,
no bad for embrace.
That, and when I'm trying to fast forward through this match because I ain't necessarily trying to watch I need to watch this. I need to see the beginning and then the end. Yeah. The middle, I know it's gonna be, whatever. But now some of those you miss it because like I did that with Io Sky and Valkyria. Now I like that when I stopped, I was like, okay, this a good match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you talking about 3 commercial breaks? Bro, I'm not gonna watch all this, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
And when you say that, you do now, you're missing stuff. Because it's little the QR code, for example. I had to rewind 5 times to get that right place.
Yeah.
So
I don't even bother to try to catch them anymore.
I don't. And you know what though? It's starting to make sense though, Q. What you said though, bro, was the fact that at first when it was happening, nobody said anything. The announcers and stuff weren't saying anything. Mm-hmm. Only thing they was talking about it was the fans. Now the announcers and stuff are starting to get into it and notice it. Yeah. And so maybe 525, maybe that's why they're starting to talk about it because it's getting closer.
Yeah.
I would rather them not speak towards it and then it just happen. You know what I'm saying? Just let it happen. Don't be, talking about it. It's just like when people like, it kills me when the announcers do this, man. It bothers the crap out of me when there was just like Jey Uso was getting ready to do a splash off the top rope against Cody Rhodes, and he do it, and there was like Jey Uso has just won his first. Oh no! And you're like, we know he's not. Stop it! Stop it! You know what I'm saying? Because you putting it like we all know the outcome of the match is going to be. So I think with them, if I would have did it, I would have let them QR codes keep going. Let us talk about it out here, and then wherever they gonna pop up and do it, let the shit happen then. And I think you'll get a better pop off of it, one way or the other. That's my opinion on that. That concludes Raw, guys. We got one more thing, and man, we're gonna finally take it on in for the evening. But I found this on Instagram here, and it made me think. I want to kind of make these a weekly thing. So if you guys see something and stuff that y'all want to do out there or whatever, man, send it to me. If you guys see some things out there and you want to comment on it or whatever and want us to ask about it and stuff, put it down in the chat, or DM us or whatever you guys want to talk about. But today's topic, you can protect one moment and the other one is erased from history. The Austin 316 being born versus the NWO being formed. Which one are you choosing?
I got neither.
No, you can't be safe. You can't. It's just like saying I want to be a Q, but Kappa is in my heart too. No,
it's not.
No, you can't say, you can't do that. Exactly. No. So you have to answer.
Okay, off the top, I'll just throw it out there. I'm protecting Austin 316 because, in my opinion, we don't get the Attitude Era without that promo and Austin saying that. The NWO, yes, it was great in that moment, but when you think about the whole run of the NWO, there's more negatives than positives. You got that Hogan turning, all right, that's cool. They run shot for a couple of months or whatever. Once they start adding people, it's like that. They lose steam. The whole finger poke of doom when Kevin Nash beating Hogan like that. Only thing that happened with the NWO is that Hogan turned heel, and you could have did that any other time. It still would have been a shock value, but off the top of the dome, I'm protecting Austin, erase the NWO, because at the end of the day, WCW still got bought out by WWE. It's like the NWO saved them and kept them on life support for maybe another couple years or however long the NWO reign occurred. But and speaking of which, and this is almost like even though we're not getting sponsored by this, there's a documentary coming out, I think on Vice, I believe. Basically the downfall of WCW, but and actually I think The Rock is producing it, but it's not a WWE production. So you hearing WCW side, not what WWE wanted you to hear about it.
I think I heard something.
You got DDP, you got Kevin Nash, you got Eric Bischoff talking about what really happened and how WCW failed, but a lot of it had to do with the NWO.
Yes, it does. Yes. So, yeah.
I heard Ric Flair was talking about that because they didn't ask him to be in it.
Yeah,
because he was like, "How you gonna talk about WCW?" And I'm not
talking about it. Yeah.
I would have to agree with him. I still what that moment meant in history can't be understated. Yeah, you could have did it another time. Yeah, you could have did it another place, but that just the pop and the vitriol that the folks had for them. You cutting a promo while cups being thrown on the top of your head. You know what I'm saying? It's like you dodging different items coming in the ring. That was one of the greatest moments in wrestling history. Now, if one gotta go, it still gotta go though, because Stone Cold, that 316 moment, that like you said, it catapulted the Attitude Era. And without it, there would have been no Stone Cold without that moment. That moment was needed, necessary, and it had to happen for Stone Cold to be born.
And without Stone Cold, in my opinion, you don't get The Rock. You don't get The Rock, the version of The Rock that we know now. You don't get The Rock. You don't get
DX.
You don't get, I would say, Triple H. You don't get what The Undertaker did. None of this stuff I think happens if Stone Cold doesn't
you happen. Can't really say, you can't say that, because you can't say that you could turn Hogan heel any other time.
Well,
you can make those things.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna play devil. I agree. Both of you guys made some awesome points and stuff like that, but I'm gonna be devil's advocate. I'm gonna be petty as hell right now. I'm gonna be petty. I'm going NWO stays and Austin 316 goes, and here's why. Michael Hayes blew that whole thing up when it was discovered that he was saying Stone Cold's line right when he did. If they would have took him out the shot, y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
So I've heard
he
that,
says, and you can read his lips whenever you guys get a chance, go back and look at it. When he was like, Austin 316 says, I just whipped your. Look at Michael P.S. Hayes' mouth when he's doing. He is saying the exact same thing. Me being, like I said, I'm gonna use your argument against you guys. If we didn't get that moment right there, which that moment was dope. If we had to pick each moment, the one that affected wrestling where people were reading about it and talking about it was not that. It was Hulk Hogan, the one that was saying his prayers and eating his vitamins and all that other stuff, donning that red and gold, turning on everybody, not just people in WCW, but people that was in WWF. Everything that he had something to deal with, that was the most shocking moment, and like Joe said, the best moment in wrestling history. Now, had that not been done, I gotta look at the days and times of when that happened. Had that not would have happened, maybe we didn't have the Raw versus WCW versus WWE wars, because they had to pick their game up, because WCW was the big boys then. If that moment didn't happen, Austin probably wouldn't be that. The Attitude Era wouldn't be what it was, because you were coasting. You still had Doink the Clown. You still had Tugboat. You had Earthquake. You had all this other stuff. But when everything leveled up in WCW that year, when Hogan thing, everything changed. So I'm going with Hogan in the NWO.
Tugboat was the man, though. Oh, hey.
The Tugboat was Marty Jannetty.
Man, what? Because you realize that same character was the guy was the Shockmaster too that fell through the wall. It was the same dude.
Right.
Oh my God, bro! I still look at that, and I don't even like. I put my head down because that shit happened live, and it was terrible.
Then he tried to put his helmet back on like it did.
Then he tried to like
we just saw it fall off, dude. It's just like, bro, it's a wrap.
It was horrible.
That was so embarrassing, dog. That was so embarrassing. But that was a good one, man. Like that was a good. I was like, I'm saving every time I'm on like Twitter or every time I'm on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, I come across these things, man, that I just like, okay, I might have to go ahead and bring this out to everybody and see what y'all think. So, man, good talk. Hey, sorry we were having like technical difficulties, man, for like the first 3 episodes, and we finally find out who the culprit is, and he who should not be named. They fell off, but it's still our brother. Hopefully he has a new laptop, and he got rid of his Acer 2017 Acer laptop
from the pawn shop
by next week, and he's able to talk to us without being on mute. All right, look, don't forget to, man, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Black Four Horsemen. Subscribe to our channel. Tell other wrestling groups about us. We all about collabing. If you guys want to collab and let's just have a big discussion about things, man, we about that life too. Anything else? Any parting shots, gentlemen, before we get out of here, man?
I just noticed on the recap you put Austin 316 versus now.
Oh, that's just on the paper. I think that's just for us anyway, so I don't think it.
On the screen up here at the top, it says Austin 316 versus NWO. One has to go.
Oh, mine says NOW.
Oh, is that on the? Is that on?
Oh, that might be what it is. So yeah, you might have misspelled it. So it says NOW as opposed to NWO.
Oh, that's on our notes. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I said. Our notes is fine. I just didn't make sure it wasn't out there on the screen anywhere where everybody else saw it.
Yeah, no, I don't.
No, it's not on the screen. I was reading. Well, it's on my screen. I was reading it, and I looked. I was like, oh, okay, Austin 316 versus NOW. So I would pick. In that case, I would pick NOW. They can't go. Yeah.
Hey, thank you. This segment is brought to you by Memphis City School Education. I still made it, Mama. I still made it with my East High School degree. I still made it, Mama. I'm still in this thing. Mama made it. All right, look, we out this thing, man. We appreciate you guys rocking with the Black Four Horsemen, man. Until next week, we out, man.